Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Not long ago, I posted a video about 5 smart buys to make before retirement, and the response was incredible. But one comment really got my attention. Someone wrote, "Stop adding to your pile. Start clearing it out." I initially thought they were talking investments, but they meant shedding the excess in our lives, and honestly, they nailed it. Preparing for retirement is as much about releasing what weighs you down as it is about planning what to keep. Let me share a memory that drives this home. When I was young, I visited an elderly neighbor whose house was overflowing with stuff, from old books to forgotten trinkets. Years later, after she moved to a care home with just the essentials, I asked if she missed her belongings. She smiled and said, "Some days, but mostly, I feel light." That stuck with me. And today, I am sharing 5 things you might want to sell before retiring to embrace that same sense of freedom. 1 second or third car. As you gear up for retirement, take a look at your driveway. Do you really need that second or third car sitting there? Maybe one vehicle was for commuting, another for weekend errands. But now that work is winding down, keeping multiple cars might be eating into your budget more than you think. Selling that extra vehicle can trim expenses and boost your cash flow, setting you up for a smoother retirement. Let me explain why this move could be a winner. First off, think about the costs that come with each car. Insurance premiums, registration fees, and maintenance like oil changes or tire replacements add up fast. Every year, those expenses chip away at your savings. By selling a second or third car, you can cut those costs in half or more, freeing up money for things that matter, like dining out, traveling, or spoiling the grandkids. It is not just pocket change, it can make a real difference in your monthly budget. Then there is the car itself. Vehicles are depreciating assets. Losing value every day they sit unused. That extra SUV or sedan in the garage is not doing you any favors, just collecting dust. Selling it now, while it still has decent resale value, puts cash in your pocket. You could use that money to pay off debt, beef up your retirement savings, or fund a special experience you have been dreaming about. Beyond the finances, having one car simplifies life. Coordinating schedules in a 2-person household might take some planning, but it is doable. I know folks who have made it work in busy cities, juggling one vehicle to save money and stress. Fewer cars mean fewer things to worry about, from parking to repairs. It is one less headache in retirement. When you want to focus on enjoying life, not managing stuff. Now, I get it. Having an extra car feels convenient, and some of you might not be ready to let go. That is okay. But if your budget is tight or you want more financial wiggle room, ask yourself, do I need all these wheels? Could selling that extra car give me more freedom to live the retirement I want? It might just be the smart move to drive into your next chapter with less baggage and more cash. 2 house, that's too big. Imagine living in a house with extra bedrooms you never use, bathrooms that stay spotless because no one visits, and a yard that demands endless care. It was perfect when your family was growing or friends filled the place for holidays. But now, as retirement approaches, that big home might be holding you back. Selling it could unlock lower costs, more freedom, and a financial boost. Here is why downsizing makes sense. Money is a big factor. A large house means steep bills, property taxes, heating, and fixes like a new roof can drain your savings fast. Moving to a smaller place cuts those costs sharply. You will spend less on utilities and upkeep, leaving more cash for things that spark joy, like trips or new hobbies. A compact home also means less time cleaning or mowing, giving you back precious hours. Then there is the equity. Your home is probably your largest asset. Selling that oversized property can free up a hefty sum to strengthen your retirement fund, pay for dream vacations, or invest for steady income, this cash can be a lifeline, offering security and flexibility for the years ahead. But it is not just about dollars. Downsizing brings a sense of lightness. A smaller home, maybe a snug apartment or quaint house, is easier to manage. You will stress less about repairs and have more time for what matters, like family or picking up painting. I have heard from folks who downsized and felt unburdened, like they could finally breathe. It is not about giving up. It is about gaining space for a richer life. Sure, some love their big home and plan to stay put, and that is great. But if your house feels like a chore, weighing you down with tasks, think about this: could selling it open new doors? Does this space still fit your future? A smaller home might bring ease, savings, and a chance to live retirement on your terms, free from the weight of excess. 3. Overly complex or high-fee investments. As retirement nears, it is time to take a hard look at your investments. Are you holding on to complicated financial products with steep fees, like variable annuities, pricey mutual funds, or obscure private equity deals? These can clutter your portfolio and drain your savings faster than you might realize. Selling off these overly complex or high-cost investments can streamline your finances, reduce stress, and keep more money in your pocket for the retirement you deserve. Here is why simplifying matters. First, let us talk fees. Some investments, like certain annuities or actively managed funds, come with layers of charges that eat into your returns. You might be paying over 1% a year, or more, for funds that do not even outperform simpler options. Then there are those alternative investments that hit you with hefty tax forms every spring. By selling these and moving to low-cost options, like index funds, you can slash fees and keep more of your hard-earned money working for you. Complexity is another issue. Complicated investments often require constant monitoring or come with terms that are hard to grasp. In retirement, you want your finances to be straightforward, not a puzzle. Simplifying your portfolio means fewer headaches and less time spent deciphering statements. I know someone who ditched a tangle of high-fee products for a handful of low-cost funds, and they said it felt like clearing out a messy attic. Their financial life became easier to manage overnight. Consolidation goes hand in hand with this. If your money is spread across a dozen accounts at different firms, it is a recipe for confusion. Bringing everything under one or two roofs, like a single IRA or brokerage, makes tracking your wealth a breeze. It also cuts down on paperwork and potential oversights. Now, simplifying does not mean sacrificing growth. Low-cost, diversified investments can still build wealth without the baggage. Ask yourself, are these complex products worth the cost and effort? Could selling them give me a clearer, leaner financial picture? Streamlining your investments now can set you up for a retirement where you focus on living, not juggling accounts. 4. Unused toys. Heading into retirement, take a peek at the garage or storage shed. That RV you have not driven in years, the boat that rarely sees water, or the timeshare you forgot you owned. They are all just sitting there, collecting dust and draining your wallet. These unused toys might have been fun once, but selling them now can cut costs, clear clutter, and give your retirement a fresh start. Let me tell you why letting go of these items is a smart move. Start with the money. Those big-ticket toys come with sneaky, ongoing costs. RVs and boats need maintenance, storage fees, and insurance, even when they are not in use. Timeshares hit you with annual dues that add up fast. By selling these, you eliminate those expenses, freeing up cash for things you actually enjoy, like dining out or visiting family. Plus, these items lose value over time. Cashing out now, while they still have worth, can give you a nice financial boost to pad your savings or pay down debt. Then there is the clutter factor. Unused toys take up space, not just in your garage, but in your mind. They are constant reminders of plans that fizzled out or hobbies you moved on from. Selling them creates breathing room, both physically and mentally. I have heard from retirees who sold their old motorcycles or jet skis and felt a weight lift. It is not just about tidying up. It is about making space for the life you want now. This is not to say you should ditch every fun thing. If your boat still brings joy, keep it. But if these toys are just relics of a past phase, ask yourself, are they worth the cost and hassle? Could selling them simplify my life and give me more freedom? Letting go can be emotional, especially if memories are attached, but many find it liberating. Trading that old RV or timeshare for a leaner budget and a clearer space can set you up for a retirement focused on what truly matters to you. 5. Side business or rental property. As you approach retirement, think about that side business or rental property you have been managing. Maybe it is a small online store, a consulting gig, or a duplex you rent out. These ventures might have been great for extra income in the past, but they can turn into sources of stress and complexity when you are ready to slow down. Selling them before you retire can simplify your life and bring peace of mind. Let me explain why this could be a wise choice. Running a side business or rental often demands time and energy. There are emails to answer, clients to please, or tenants calling about a broken pipe at midnight. These tasks can eat into the relaxation and freedom you want in retirement. By selling, you free yourself from those responsibilities, giving you more time for hobbies, travel, or just kicking back. I know someone who sold their rental property and said it was like cutting loose a heavy anchor. They could finally enjoy their days without constant worry. There is also the financial angle. These assets can tie up a lot of your wealth in one place, like real estate, which carries risks. If the market dips or vacancies rise, selling can turn that illiquid asset into cash, which you can use to diversify investments, pay off debts, or fund your retirement dreams. It reduces the gamble of relying too heavily on one income stream. Simplifying is key here. A side business or rental often comes with paperwork, taxes, and legal headaches. Letting go streamlines your financial life, making it easier to manage as you age. This is not about giving up something valuable. It is about choosing ease over hassle. If the business or property still brings joy and does not feel like work, keep it. But if it is more burden than benefit, ask yourself, does this fit the retirement I want? Could selling it give me freedom and flexibility? For many, cashing out means trading stress for calm, letting you focus on living your best life in retirement. That wraps up our 5 things to sell before retirement. Letting go of big homes, extra cars, complex investments, unused toys, or side gigs is not about loss. It is about gaining freedom for what matters. Retirement is your chance to reset and focus on joy. What would you sell to lighten your load? Drop it in the comments and share your downsizing stories. Check out my playlist for more retirement tips. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe for more.